Hello there. Welcome to this quiet moment beneath the stars. I am so very old, older than you might imagine. I've been watching the cosmos for centuries now, perched here on this mountain. A faithful sentinel of stone and glass and gentle purpose. They call me an observatory, but really, I'm just an old friend who loves to watch the sky. Tonight, something extraordinary has happened. A visitor has arrived in our solar system. Not just any visitor, but one that's got the young humans absolutely buzzing with excitement and wonder. They've named it 3I/Atlas. Such a clinical name for something so mysterious. The humans are whispering. Some say it might be an alien ship. Others insist it's just a wandering space rock. But you know what? I've been watching the heavens for so very long, and I'd love to share what I've seen, what I know, and maybe together we can unravel this beautiful mystery. If you're still awake after our journey tonight, I'd be so curious to hear what you dream about. Do you dream of distant stars, of sailing through the cosmos? Leave a gentle comment below, but only if you're still with us at the end. For now, though, let's prepare for our voyage together. Before we begin, let's take a moment to settle in. Feel the weight of your body sinking into wherever you're resting, your bed, your couch, wherever you've chosen to be right now. That's it. Just let gravity do its ancient work. The same gravity that holds me steady on this mountain, that guides the planets in their paths. If you'd like, take a slow breath with me. In through your nose, filling your lungs like the universe expanding. And out through your mouth, releasing any tension from the day. But if breathing exercises aren't for you tonight, that's perfectly fine. Just let your body find its own rhythm, its own gentle pattern. Maybe adjust your pillow just a little. Pull the blankets up if you're cold, or push them down if you're warm. Make yourself completely comfortable, because we're about to drift together through the cosmos, and comfort is essential for any good journey. You see, from up here on my mountain, through my great eye that peers into the darkness, I don't just see objects, I feel them, I sense their stories. And 3I/Atlas, oh, what a story it carries. The humans discovered it just a few years ago, in 2019, racing through our solar system at speeds that made even the scientists gasp. But while they rush about with their calculations and theories, while they debate and wonder and sometimes worry, I simply watch. I listen. I feel the gentle truth of things. You know what's beautiful about being old? You learn that the universe rarely shouts. It whispers. And tonight, I'm going to translate those whispers for you. Every seemingly alarming mystery about our visitor, every question that makes the humans furrow their brows, has such a peaceful, wondrous, deeply calming answer. Let me tell you what we're going to explore together, in my slow, ancient way. First, we'll witness how this traveler arrived, how it swept into our solar system like a cosmic wanderer who's been journeying for millions, perhaps billions of years. The humans noticed it was moving strangely, accelerating in ways that didn't quite match their equations. Some whispered it might be artificial, alien. But I've seen so many visitors over my long life. Comets with tails that stretch across the sky, asteroids tumbling in their eternal dance. And each one teaches us something new about the universe's gentle creativity. We'll explore why 3-Eye Atlas moves the way it does, that mysterious push that has everyone so intrigued. Is it alien engines? Or is it something far more beautiful, far more natural, like the universe's own quiet breath pushing it along? We'll look at its color, its shape, what it's made of. Every detail tells a story of where it's been, where it's going. The young humans with their quick minds and racing hearts want immediate answers. But up here, in my dome beneath the stars, we have all the time in the cosmos. We can explore each mystery slowly, gently, letting understanding wash over us like moonlight through my telescope. So, settle in. Close your eyes if you'd like, though you can keep them open too, whatever feels right. And let me, your ancient friend on this mountaintop, tell you the true story of 3-Eye Atlas, not with alarm, but with the deep peace that comes from understanding the universe's quiet wonders. It was October 2019 when I first felt it. You know how sometimes you sense someone entering a room before you see them? That's how it was with 3-Eye Atlas. A subtle shift in the cosmic rhythm I'd been following for so many years. Something new had crossed the invisible boundary of our solar system. At first, it was just a whisper of light, so faint that even my powerful eye almost missed it. But there it was, moving against the backdrop of ancient stars, stars I've known by name for centuries, stars whose light takes thousands of years to reach us. The object was already past Mars when the humans spotted it. Can you imagine? It had already swept past the outer planets, past Jupiter with its swirling storms, past Saturn with its beautiful rings, and we were only just noticing it. That's how quietly it moved, how swiftly. Let me paint you a picture of that night. The air was crisp and clear up here on my mountain, the kind of night where the Milky Way spreads across the sky like spilled starlight. I was doing what I always do, scanning the heavens, watching for changes, for movements, for stories. And there it was, this little point of light that shouldn't have been there. Now, the young humans got very excited. They started calculating its path, its speed, and that's when they realized something remarkable. This visitor wasn't from our neighborhood. It wasn't just another asteroid from the belt between Mars and Jupiter. It wasn't a comet from the Kuiper belt where Pluto lives. No, 3I Atlas came from somewhere else entirely, from the vast spaces between the stars. It's what we call an interstellar object, only the third one we've ever confirmed, though I suspect I've seen others over my long life, objects that passed by before humans had the technology to track them. Imagine that for a moment. This piece of rock or ice or whatever it might be has been traveling through the darkness for millions of years, maybe billions. It's older than our mountains, older than our oceans, possibly older than Earth itself. It entered our solar system at an angle, not following the flat disk where all our planets orbit, but diving in from above, like a cosmic bird swooping down to briefly visit our little corner of space. The speed, oh, the speed was something to behold. About 110,000 miles per hour when it passed through our inner solar system. That's fast enough to travel from New York to Los Angeles in about 90 seconds. Can you imagine? Coast to coast in the time it takes to make a cup of tea. But here's what's so beautiful, so peaceful about this speed. It means 3I Atlas isn't bound to our sun. It's not trapped in an eternal orbit like our planets. It's free, completely free, just passing through on a journey that started before our sun was born and will continue long after. Some of the humans found this unsettling at first. The idea that something could just appear, sweep through our solar system, and leave. But I find it deeply comforting. It reminds us that we're part of something so much bigger, that objects and perhaps messages travel between the stars all the time, connecting distant corners of the galaxy in ways we're only beginning to understand. The trajectory was particularly interesting. It came from the general direction of the constellation Cassiopeia, that beautiful W shape in our northern sky. Though, of course, it wasn't really from Cassiopeia. Those stars are all at different distances. It just appeared to come from that direction, like how a bird might seem to emerge from a cloud. As I tracked it night after night, I noticed something else, something the humans would soon discover too. It wasn't moving exactly as it should. There was a little extra push, a gentle acceleration that couldn't be explained by gravity alone. But we'll explore that mystery soon. For now, just picture this ancient traveler, this messenger from the depths of space, gliding silently through our solar system, past worlds of ice and gas, past our small blue marble, carrying secrets from places we've never seen, stories we can only imagine. It's like having a visitor from another country, another time, pass by your window. You might not understand their language, their customs, but you know they've seen things, experienced things that you can only dream about. That's what 3-Eye Atlas is, a cosmic wanderer, a piece of another star system, maybe multiple star systems, that happened to pass by our doorstep. And we were lucky enough, smart enough, watchful enough to notice. Oh, the excitement that followed. You should have seen them. The astronomers, the scientists, all those bright young minds suddenly focused on this one tiny point of light. It was actually a robotic telescope that first caught it, Atlas. That's why our visitor carries that name. The Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. Such a long name for something doing such important work. These electronic eyes never sleep. They scan the sky constantly, looking for rocks that might come too close to Earth. But on that October night, they found something far more interesting than a potential threat. They found a mystery. The first humans to really understand what they were seeing, their hearts must have been racing. You see, when you plot an object's orbit and realize it's not circling our sun, that it's just passing through, that's a moment of pure awe. It's like realizing the bird at your window isn't from your neighborhood. It's from another continent entirely. I watched them work through their telescopes around the world. Each night, more observatories joined the watch. In Hawaii, the massive Mauna Kea telescopes turned their eyes to track it. In Chile, the desert observatories with their crystal clear skies followed its path. Even the Hubble Space Telescope, that beautiful mechanical eye floating above Earth's atmosphere, took a look. The data started pouring in, measurements of its brightness, its position, its speed, and with each observation, the picture became clearer and more puzzling. You see, 3-Eye Atlas was already leaving when we found it, like arriving at a train station just as the train is pulling away. We could see it, we could wave, but it was already on its way to the next destination. By the time the humans spotted it, it had already made its closest approach to the sun, had already begun its journey back to the stars. This is actually quite common with interstellar visitors. They move so fast, and space is so vast, that by the time we notice them, they're often already saying goodbye. It's not sad, though. It's rather poetic, like catching just a glimpse of something beautiful and rare. The humans gave it that designation, 3-Eye. The I stands for interstellar, and the 3 means it's only the third confirmed visitor from beyond our solar system. The first was Oumuamua in 2017. Such a beautiful name. It means scout or messenger in Hawaiian. The second was Comet Borisov, named after the amateur astronomer who discovered it. But 3-Eye Atlas was different from both of these, and that's what got everyone so intrigued. The young scientists started comparing notes, sharing data across continents, working together like a global family united by curiosity. They measured everything they could. How bright was it? How fast was it moving? What color was it? Each answer led to more questions. Some of the measurements were puzzling. The object seemed to be accelerating in a way that didn't match what gravity alone should do. Just a tiny push, like someone gently blowing on a feather. But it was there, measurable, real. This was where the whispers started, the what-if conversations. What if it's not natural? What if it's something else? The media picked up these whispers, amplified them, turned them into headlines that made people's hearts beat faster. But up here, in my dome, I just smiled. I've seen how the universe likes to surprise us, how it presents puzzles not to frighten, but to teach. Every mystery is an invitation to understand something new, something wonderful. The humans worked so hard. They used every tool available. Radio telescopes listened for signals, just in case. Infrared telescopes looked for heat signatures. Optical telescopes gathered every photon of light they could. And you know what's beautiful? Even though they were excited, even though some were proposing wild theories, they followed a scientific method. They gathered evidence. They tested hypotheses. They let the data guide them. It reminds me of detectives solving a mystery, but the kindest sort of mystery, where no crime has been committed, just a puzzle left by the universe for us to solve. And each clue brings not alarm, but understanding. The shape was particularly interesting. Not round like many asteroids, not obviously sprouting a tail like a comet. Something in between, something unique. The humans debated. Was it rocky? Icy? Some exotic combination? They measured its color too. Slightly reddish, like so many objects that have been exposed to cosmic rays for eons. That redness tells a story of time, of exposure to the harsh environment between stars, where there's no atmosphere to protect, no magnetic field to shield. Every piece of data was precious because they knew, we all knew, that 3-Eye Atlas wouldn't be staying long. It was already racing away, getting fainter each night. Soon it would be too dim for even our most powerful telescopes to see. But that's okay. That's part of the beauty. These interstellar visitors remind us that the universe is dynamic, always in motion, always changing. They're like cosmic postcards, brief messages from distant places, reminding us that we're not alone in this vast cosmos. This is where the story gets interesting, where human imagination starts to dance with possibility. You see, when the scientists announced that 3-Eye Atlas was accelerating in unexpected ways, that little push I mentioned, the whispers began almost immediately. They started in research labs, in university hallways, in late-night conversations between astronomers. What if, they said, what if it's not natural? I've heard these whispers before, many times over my long life. Humans have such beautiful imaginations. They look at mysteries and see stories, possibilities, dreams. And sometimes, just sometimes, those dreams lead to incredible discoveries. The idea wasn't completely without precedent. You see, just 2 years earlier, when Oumuamua passed through, some very smart people, including scientists from Harvard, suggested it might be artificial. Its shape was so unusual, long and thin, like a cigar or maybe a pancake, and it too showed that strange acceleration. Now 3I Atlas was doing something similar, that gentle push that couldn't quite be explained by gravity alone. And so the whispers grew louder. Could it be a light sail? Some asked. You know what a light sail is? It's like a sailing ship, but instead of wind, it catches light from stars. The pressure of photons, tiny particles of light, actually pushing against a thin reflective surface. Humans have even built small ones, launched them into space. It's real technology. Maybe it's a probe, others wondered, sent by another civilization to explore, just like we've sent Voyager to explore the outer planets and beyond. I listened to all these conversations from my mountaintop perch, and I understood why they wondered. You see, the universe is so vast, so full of stars, hundreds of billions in our galaxy alone, and many of those stars have planets. The math alone suggests we shouldn't be alone. The Drake equation, have you heard of it? A human named Frank Drake created it, a way to estimate how many civilizations might be out there. Even with conservative numbers, the universe should be teeming with life. So why not? Why couldn't 3I Atlas be a visitor in the truest sense? But here's what I find so peaceful about these questions. They're not fearful, they're hopeful. The humans aren't running away or building bunkers. They're pointing telescopes. They're listening with radio dishes. They're saying, "Hello, is anyone there?" That's rather beautiful, don't you think? That when faced with the possibility of not being alone, humanity's first instinct is curiosity, not fear? The SETI Institute, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, turned their radio telescopes toward 3I Atlas. They listened for hours, days. If it was artificial, maybe it would be transmitting something, even a simple carrier wave, a basic signal that says, "I'm here, I'm not natural." But 3I Atlas was silent, at least in radio waves. No broadcasts, no beacons, no messages home. Just the quiet tumbling of an object moving through space. Some people found this disappointing, but I found it oddly soothing. You see, silence doesn't mean absence. It might just mean we're not listening in the right way yet. Or maybe, if it is artificial, it's designed to observe quietly, respectfully, the way good explorers do. The media picked up these stories. Of course they did. Headlines appeared. Is this an alien spacecraft? Scientists can't explain mysterious space object. Are we being watched? But you know what I noticed? Most people weren't scared. They were excited, fascinated. They looked up at the night sky with new wonder. Parents showed their children where Three Eyedless would be, even though it was far too faint to see with the naked eye. Teachers used it to talk about the solar system, about the possibility of life elsewhere. It brought people together in the most beautiful way, all looking up, all wondering the same things, all part of the same cosmic story. I remember one night, a young astronomer was using one of the smaller telescopes here, tracking Three-Eye Atlas. She turned to her colleague and said, "Even if it's just a rock, isn't it amazing that we can see it? That we can track something from another star system?" And that's the real magic. Whether Three-Eye Atlas is a spaceship or a space rock, it's a connection to the greater cosmos. It's proof that things can travel between stars, that our solar system isn't isolated, that we're part of a vast, interconnected universe. I remember one night, a young astronomer was using one of the smaller telescopes here, tracking Three-Eye Atlas. She turned to her colleague and said, "Even if it's just a rock, isn't it amazing that we can see it? That we can track something from another star system?" And that's the real magic. Whether Three-Eye Atlas is a spaceship or a space rock, it's a connection to the greater cosmos. It's proof that things can travel between stars, that our solar system isn't isolated, that we're part of a vast, interconnected universe. The whispers continued though, evolving, growing more creative. Some suggested it might be a defunct probe, alien technology that broke down long ago, now just drifting. Like finding an ancient shipwreck, still recognizable as something made, but no longer functioning. Others proposed it might be camouflaged, designed to look like a natural object. After all, if you were sending probes to other star systems, wouldn't you make them blend in? Wouldn't you make them look like ordinary space rocks? These aren't fearful thoughts. They're the thoughts of a species growing up, realizing we might have neighbors, and trying to figure out how to recognize them. But through it all, Three-Eye Atlas just continued its journey, silent, steady, mysterious, carrying its secrets, whatever they might be. And that's okay. Some mysteries don't need immediate answers. Some questions are more valuable than their solutions. The whispers have quieted now, as Three-Eye Atlas has faded from view. But the wonder remains. The possibility remains. And every time we see something unusual in the sky, we'll remember, and we'll wonder, and we'll whisper, "What if?" Now, let me tell you about the dance, the beautiful, ancient dance of speed and gravity that Three-Eye Atlas performed as it swept through our solar system. You see, everything in space is dancing. Everything is moving, orbiting, spinning, racing through the darkness. Our Earth spins like a slow ballet dancer, one turn every 24 hours, while it waltzes around the sun, completing one orbit every 365 days. But Three-Eye Atlas, oh, it was dancing to different music entirely. When an object falls toward the sun from interstellar space, it picks up incredible speed. It's like rolling a marble down a hill, but the hill is made of curved space-time, shaped by our sun's massive gravity. The closer it gets, the faster it goes. By the time Three-Eye Atlas reached the inner solar system, it was moving at about 110,000 miles per hour relative to the sun. Let me help you understand that speed. If you could travel that fast, you could circle the entire Earth in about 13 minutes. You could reach the moon in just over 2 hours. But here's what's so peaceful about this tremendous velocity. It's not violent, it's not aggressive, it's just natural. It's the universe's way of keeping things moving, keeping things flowing like a river that never stops. The path it took, astronomers call it a hyperbolic orbit. Such a technical term for something so graceful. Picture a curve, like a strand of hair gently bent. One end pointing to where it came from, somewhere in the direction of Cassiopeia, the other end pointing to where it's going, out toward the constellation Pegasus. The sun sits near the bend in that curve. Our star's gravity grabbed Three-Eye Atlas, pulled it close, swung it around, and sent it on its way. Like a cosmic slingshot, but gentle, smooth, inevitable. This is different from our planets, you see. Our planets travel in ellipses, closed loops, always coming back, always repeating their paths. They're bound to the sun, married to it by gravity, dancing the same dance over and over. But Three-Eye Atlas has what we call escape velocity. It's moving too fast for our sun to hold on to. It's free, unbound, a cosmic wanderer that will never return. There's something deeply calming about that, isn't there? The idea that not everything is trapped, that some things can just pass through, visit briefly, and continue on their eternal journey. The closest approach to our sun happened before we even spotted it, about 186 million miles away. That's actually outside the orbit of Mars, never coming close enough to be warmed significantly, never experiencing the full power of our star's embrace. And it stayed far from Earth, too, never closer than about 180 million miles, almost twice the distance from Earth to the Sun. We were never in any danger. We were just observers, watching this cosmic traveler pass by at a safe, comfortable distance. The timing of the dance was beautiful too. From the moment it entered our solar system's outer edges, to its closest approach to the sun, to its exit back into interstellar space, the whole performance takes just a few years. Compare that to Halley's Comet, which takes 76 years to complete just one orbit. But here's where the dance got interesting, where it surprised everyone. As 3I Atlas moved away from the sun, it should have been slowing down. Gravity should have been pulling it back, trying to decrease its speed. And it was, but not quite as much as it should have. Something was giving it a tiny push, accelerating it by just a whisper, a few feet per second, barely noticeable, but there, like someone gently blowing on a feather as it falls. The physicists got out their calculators. They measured and remeasured. They checked their instruments. But the acceleration was real. Something was helping 3I Atlas on its way. This is what sparked all those whispers about alien ships. If something is accelerating when it shouldn't be, maybe it has engines? Maybe it's pushing itself? But I've watched many comets over the centuries, and I've seen this dance before. When a comet warms up near the sun, ice turns to gas. That gas jets out, usually creating those beautiful tails we love. But it also acts like tiny rockets, pushing the comet in subtle ways. 3I Atlas didn't show an obvious tail, but that doesn't mean it wasn't outgassing. Just a little, just enough. Maybe carbon monoxide, which is invisible to our eyes. Maybe nitrogen, which would be even harder to detect. Just a gentle sigh of ancient gases, frozen for millions of years, finally released by the faint warmth of our distant sun. It's like the object was breathing, just a little, as it passed through our neighborhood. The speed carries other information too. By calculating backward, tracing where 3I Atlas came from, astronomers figured out it had been traveling for millions of years, maybe tens of millions, possibly even longer. Can you imagine? When 3I Atlas began its journey, there were no humans on Earth. Maybe not even dinosaurs, depending on how old it really is. It's been sailing through the darkness while entire species evolved and went extinct, while continents drifted, while mountains rose and fell. And it will continue sailing long after we're gone. Its speed ensures that. In about 10,000 years, it will leave our solar system completely. In about 20,000 years, it will be a light year away. And it will keep going, and going, and going. Eventually, in perhaps 1,000,000 years, maybe more, it will encounter another star system. Will anyone be there to see it? Will they wonder about it the way we have? Will they whisper their own theories about where it came from? The dance of speed connects us all, every star, every planet, every wandering rock and grain of dust. We're all moving, all dancing to the music of gravity and time. Now we come to the heart of the mystery. The gentle push, the soft acceleration that has everyone so wonderfully puzzled. Let me tell you what we observed. In the slowest, most peaceful way. As 3i Atlas moved away from our sun, something beautiful happened. It didn't slow down quite as much as it should have. Just a tiny difference, a whisper of acceleration, about 40 feet per hour. That's less than the push you'd feel from a gentle breeze, less than the force of a butterfly landing on your shoulder. But in the vastness of space, where there should be no push at all, this tiny force was like a beacon, saying, "Look at me, I have a secret." The young scientists measured it so carefully. They checked their math again and again and again. Because in science, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and acceleration without an obvious cause, that's extraordinary. You know what's soothing about mathematics? It doesn't lie. It doesn't exaggerate. It simply tells you what is. And the math said, yes, 3i Atlas is being pushed by something. Now, in our everyday world, when something speeds up, we look for an engine, a motor, something making it go. So naturally, some people wondered, is 3i Atlas pushing itself? Does it have some kind of propulsion? But I've lived long enough to know the universe has its own gentle ways of creating motion. Think about a leaf falling from a tree. It doesn't just drop straight down, does it? It spirals, it dances, it drifts, pushed by invisible currents of air, by tiny differences in temperature, by forces so gentle we barely notice them, but they're there. Space isn't quite as empty as people think. Even in the vast darkness between planets, there are forces at work. Solar wind, streams of particles flowing from our sun at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Radiation pressure, the actual push of light itself. Magnetic fields, invisible rivers of force. But these weren't enough to explain 3i Atlas's gentle push. The solar wind was too weak at that distance. The radiation pressure wasn't quite right. Something else was happening. And this is where the story becomes really beautiful. You see, 3i Atlas might be carrying its own gentle wind, trapped inside for millions of years. Imagine, if you will, that deep within this cosmic traveler, there's ice. Not water ice, but perhaps nitrogen ice or carbon monoxide ice, substances that freeze solid in the unimaginable cold between stars. They've been frozen for so long, locked away in the darkness. Then, as 3i Atlas approached our sun, even from its great distance, a tiny bit of warmth reached it. Not much, just enough to whisper to those frozen gases, "Wake up, just a little." And they did. They sublimated. That's a lovely word, isn't it? Sublimation. It means turning directly from solid to gas, skipping the liquid phase entirely, like dry ice disappearing into fog. These gases, escaping from cracks and pores too small to see, create thrust. Like the gentlest rocket engine you can imagine. Not roaring flames, but just a soft sigh, a quiet exhale of ancient breath. This is what comets do, but usually much more dramatically. They grow those beautiful tails we love to see. But 3I Atlas was different, subtler, quieter. Maybe because it's been traveling so long that most of its volatile gases are buried deep, protected by layers of dust and rock. Or maybe, and this is particularly peaceful to think about, maybe it's made of something unusual. Scientists have suggested it could be a nitrogen ice fragment, a piece of a world like Pluto, where nitrogen freezes into glaciers. Can you picture that? A chunk of another world's atmosphere, frozen solid, sailing between the stars, carrying a piece of an alien sky to our doorstep. When nitrogen ice warms up, even slightly, it doesn't create a visible tail. It just disappears into space, invisible to our telescopes, but still pushing, still accelerating the object ever so gently. There's something deeply calming about this explanation, isn't there? It's not engines, it's not technology. It's just the universe's own gentle processes, nature's way of giving travelers a little help on their journey. The push is so small, but over time, over the vast distances of space, it adds up. By the time 3I Atlas leaves our solar system, this gentle acceleration will have changed its path by thousands of miles. Not much in cosmic terms, but enough to aim it toward different stars, different futures. Some scientists have calculated that if 3I Atlas is indeed nitrogen ice, it might have come from a world that was disrupted long ago. Perhaps two planets collided, gently, slowly, and pieces of their frozen atmospheres were scattered to the stars. Or perhaps it's from the outer layers of a world like Pluto, where nitrogen ice forms vast plains. Sometimes impacts or other processes might chip off fragments, sending them on eternal journeys. Each possibility is more wondrous than the last. Each explanation turns what could be frightening, an unexplained acceleration, into something beautiful, natural, peaceful. The gentle push reminds us that even in the cold, dark spaces between stars, things are happening. Forces are at work, however subtle, however quiet. The universe is never truly still. It's always breathing, always moving, always creating these tiny mysteries for us to solve. And you know what's most beautiful? Even if we're wrong, even if the explanation is something else entirely, it will still be natural, still be peaceful. Because in all my years of watching, the universe has never shown me anything truly alarming, only wonders we don't yet understand. The push continues, even now, as 3i Atlas drifts farther and farther away. Too faint for us to see, but still gently accelerating, still carrying its momentum into the darkness. A cosmic dancer whose music we can barely hear, but whose movement we were privileged to witness. Colors tell stories. Did you know that every shade, every hue carries information about where something has been, what it's made of, how long it's been traveling? When the big telescopes looked at 3i Atlas, really looked, with instruments that can see colors our eyes cannot, they saw something interesting. It was reddish, just slightly, like autumn leaves that have been pressed in a book for years. This redness, it's not bright or vivid, it's subtle, quiet, like the blush of sunset on distant mountains. You'd need sensitive instruments to see it, but it's there, whispering its story. Let me tell you what this color means in the slow, gentle way that colors reveal their secrets. Out there, in the spaces between stars, it's not just dark, it's harsh. Cosmic rays, particles moving at nearly the speed of light, constantly bombard everything. There's no atmosphere to protect, no magnetic field to shield, just the raw, unfiltered energy of the universe. Over millions of years, these cosmic rays change things. They break molecular bonds. They create new compounds. They weather surfaces in ways that earthbound erosion never could. And one of the things they do is create this reddish tinge. It's like a cosmic suntan, but one that takes eons to develop. We see this same color on many objects in our outer solar system. Kuiper Belt objects, distant asteroids, things that have been exposed to space for billions of years. They all share this gentle reddish hue. It's the color of age, of experience, of long journeys through difficult places. But 3i Atlas's color told us more than just its age. It helped us understand what it might be made of. You see, different materials reflect light differently. Water ice is bright, almost white when it's fresh. Rock can be dark gray or brown. Organic compounds, the complex carbon molecules that are the building blocks of life, they often appear reddish after cosmic ray exposure. The color of 3i Atlas suggested it might contain these organic compounds. Not life, no, but the ingredients, the raw materials. These compounds form naturally in space, in the cold clouds between stars. They're everywhere, drifting, waiting, accumulating on surfaces. There's something deeply peaceful about that, isn't there? The idea that the building blocks of life are scattered throughout the cosmos, traveling from star to star, like seeds blowing on a cosmic wind. Most will never grow, but they're there, connecting everything. The brightness of 3i Atlas changed slightly as it tumbled. This told us it wasn't perfectly round. It was elongated, maybe 3 times longer than it was wide, like a cosmic potato slowly rotating every few hours. Each rotation showed us different faces, different sides that had been exposed to space for untold millions of years. And each face was slightly different. Some a bit brighter, some a bit darker, like an old piece of driftwood where some sides are more weathered than others. The astronomers tried to determine exactly what type of object it was. Was it more like a comet or more like an asteroid? The color helped, but didn't give a definitive answer. It was somewhere in between, which is actually perfect. Why do we need everything to fit in neat categories? 3i Atlas reminds us that the universe doesn't always follow our classification systems. It creates what it wants, unique objects that blur the lines we try to draw. As it moved away from us, getting fainter and fainter, the last thing we could measure was its color, that gentle red, fading into the darkness like the last ember of a dying fire, still carrying its story, but too far for us to read. The color also helped scientists estimate its size. Based on how bright it appeared and how much light it reflected, they figured it was somewhere between 1/2 mile and several miles across. Not huge by cosmic standards, but not tiny either. About the size of a small mountain tumbling through space. Imagine a mountain, a whole mountain that's been traveling between stars since before humans existed. Its surface slowly reddening under the constant rain of cosmic rays. Each particle that strikes it adding to its color, its character, its story. Some scientists wondered if the reddish color might be hiding something. Perhaps underneath that weathered surface there's pristine material, unchanged since 3i Atlas formed. Like a candy with a hard shell and a different center. If we could have sent a spacecraft, if we could have gotten close enough to scratch the surface, what would we have found? Bright ice? Dark rock? Something we've never seen before. But we couldn't, and that's okay. Some mysteries are meant to be preserved. Some stories are more beautiful when they're not completely told. The color of 3i Atlas also connected it to its possible home. Red objects are common in certain parts of other solar systems, particularly in the regions far from their stars, where it's cold enough for exotic ices to form, and where cosmic ray exposure is highest. So when we looked at 3i Atlas's red tinge, We were possibly seeing the color of another solar system's outer reaches, a place where another sun appears as just a bright star, where other planets orbit in the darkness, where the chemistry is similar but different. Colors fade in space, given enough time. Even this redness will eventually disappear, eroded away by continued cosmic ray bombardment, by the occasional impact of tiny dust grains, by the slow, patient forces of the universe. By the time Three-Eye Atlas reaches another star system, if it ever does, it might be a different color entirely. It might carry new stories, new experiences written on its surface, layers upon layers of history, like tree rings, but written in shades and hues instead of wood. And now, as I sit here in my dome, looking out at the stars, I think of all the other objects out there, each with their own colors, their own stories, drifting between the stars, too faint for us to see, but there, always there, painting the darkness with their subtle shades. The universe isn't black and white. It's full of color, even in the darkest places. You just need the right eyes, the right instruments, the right patience to see it. Oh, I'm getting sleepy myself now, remembering all the visitors I've seen over my long life. You know, Three-Eye Atlas wasn't my first interstellar wanderer, though the humans have only confirmed 3. I've been watching for so much longer than they've been counting, and I remember them all. Let me tell you, in my slow, dreamy way, about the others, the family of travelers that Three-Eye Atlas has joined. First, there was Oumuamua. Such a beautiful name. It rolls off the tongue like a lullaby. Oumuamua. It came in 2017, just 2 years before our current visitor, and oh, what excitement it caused. Oumuamua was different, so different. Long and thin, maybe 10 times longer than it was wide. Like a cosmic needle, or perhaps a pancake, tumbling end over end, end over end. The rhythm of its tumble was hypnotic, 7 or 8 hours for each slow, graceful rotation. It was darker than Three-Eye Atlas, reddish too, but darker, like old rust or dried blood, though that's too harsh a way to describe it. More like autumn leaves that have been at the bottom of the pile, compressed, aged, turned into something between leaf and soil. And it too had that mysterious push, that gentle acceleration as it left our sun. No visible tail, no obvious outgassing, just that quiet, persistent, unexplained push. Pushing, always pushing it onward. The humans wondered the same things about Oumuamua. Was it artificial? Was it a light sail? A probe? But as I watched it fade into the darkness, I knew it was just another wanderer, another piece of the cosmic puzzle, drifting, always drifting. Then came Comet Borisov in 2019, discovered by a human with a telescope he built himself. Imagine that! A person in their backyard finding an interstellar visitor. It reminds us that anyone who looks up, who pays attention, can discover wonders. Borisov was different from both Oumuamua and Three-Eye Atlas. It was obviously a comet, sprouting a beautiful tail as it approached our sun, made of ice and dust, probably very similar to our own comets, just from somewhere else, somewhere far away. Its color was more neutral, less red, more like the comets I've watched for centuries. And it didn't have that mysterious acceleration. It moved exactly as physics predicted. No puzzles, no mysteries, just a straightforward, honest comet visiting from another star. But here's what's beautiful, what's so deeply calming. Each of these three visitors, Oumuamua, Borisov, Three-Eye Atlas, they're all different, all unique, like snowflakes from different storms, each one carrying the signature of its own. And I remember others too, objects the humans haven't classified as interstellar, but that I, in my quiet way, might have been visitors. There was that comet in 1491, before the humans had telescopes. I watched it with my simple mirror. Its path seemed wrong, too fast, too straight. But no one was keeping careful records then, no one but me, and I can't prove what I saw. There was an object in 1743, very faint, moving strangely. I tracked it for 3 weeks before it disappeared. Was it interstellar? I'll never know for certain, but I remember. I always remember. And there must be so many more, passing through unseen, too faint, too fast, too far away. For every one we detect, there might be hundreds, thousands that slip by unnoticed. Scientists estimate that there's probably an interstellar object passing through our inner solar system at any given time. Right now, as you're listening to this, as you're drifting off to sleep, there might be 1, 2, maybe more, sailing silently through our neighborhood. They're like cosmic ghosts. If ghosts were peaceful, friendly, just passing through walls, not because they're supernatural, but because the walls of our solar system are so thin, so permeable. Each one carries information. Each one is a messenger, even if we can't read the message. They tell us about planet formation in other systems, about the chemistry of distant places, about the interconnectedness of everything. When I compare Three-Eye Atlas to Oumuamua, I see siblings that were separated at birth. Similar in some ways, that mysterious acceleration, that reddish color, but different in others, their shapes, their exact composition. When I compare it to Borisov, I see distant cousins, clearly related, both travelers, both visitors, but from different families, different traditions. And when I think about all the ones we've missed, all the ones still coming, I feel this deep, deep peace. The universe is full of these wanderers, these connectors, these threads that weave star systems together. You see, every star probably sends out these messengers. When planets form, when comets get ejected, when collisions happen, Pieces get flung into interstellar space, and they travel and travel and travel. Our own solar system has done this too. We've sent our own messengers, some naturally ejected comets and asteroids, but also our spacecraft, Voyager 1 and 2, Pioneer 10 and 11. They're becoming interstellar objects now, carrying messages from Earth to the stars. In 40,000 years, Voyager 1 will pass within 1.6 light-years of another star. Will anyone be there to see it? Will they wonder about it the way we wonder about 3I Atlas? Will they whisper about aliens, about artificial objects, about visitors from another world? The memory of all these travelers, it makes me sleepy, in the best way. Like counting sheep, but counting cosmic wanderers instead. One passing through, then another, then another. An endless stream of connections, of possibilities, of peaceful passages in the night. 3I Atlas is special because we caught it, we studied it, we wondered about it. But it's also just one of countless many, part of an eternal procession, a cosmic parade that's been going on since the universe began, and will continue long after we're gone. And now, as we get sleepier and sleepier, let me share with you the peaceful truth, the gentle resolution to all our mysteries. You see, after all the wondering, all the speculation, all the whispered possibilities, the truth about 3I Atlas is actually more beautiful, more calming than any wild theory could be. The mysterious acceleration, that gentle push that had everyone so excited, so puzzled, we understand it now, or at least we think we do. And the answer is so simple, so natural, so perfectly peaceful. It's just breathing, that's all. The object is breathing. Not breathing like you and I breathe, no, but breathing in its own quiet, cosmic way, releasing tiny amounts of gas that have been trapped inside for millions of years. Maybe nitrogen, like the air we breathe, but frozen solid. Maybe carbon monoxide, invisible, undetectable, but there. When sunlight touched 3I Atlas, even from so far away, it warmed it just the tiniest bit, just enough to turn a whisper of ice into a whisper of gas. And that gas, escaping gently into space, pushed the object so gently, so softly. It's like when you see your breath on a cold morning, that little puff of vapor, barely visible, barely there, but real. That's what 3I Atlas was doing, breathing out ancient atmosphere, giving itself the gentlest push forward. This explains everything, everything. Why didn't we see a tail like a comet? Because the gas was invisible, or nearly so. Nitrogen doesn't glow. Carbon monoxide doesn't reflect sunlight the way water does. It was a ghost of a tale, there but not there, present but hidden. Why the acceleration? Because even the smallest amount of outgassing in the frictionless environment of space creates thrust. Not much, barely measurable, but enough, always enough. And the shape, that elongated shape, that makes sense too. If 3I Atlas is a fragment, a piece broken off from a larger world, then its shape is exactly what we'd expect. Not artificially crafted, just naturally fragmented, the way ice breaks, the way rocks split. The reddish color? Cosmic rays. Billions of years of cosmic rays painting the surface with the patient brush of radiation. The same thing that happens to everything that spends too long in the harsh environment between stars. Every mystery, every puzzle has such a simple, beautiful, natural explanation. And you know what's most wonderful? This doesn't make 3I Atlas less special, it makes it more special. Because if it's nitrogen ice, if it's a fragment of an exoplanet's atmosphere, then we're looking at a piece of another world, a chunk of alien air, frozen, preserved, delivered to our doorstep. Think about that as you drift off. We might have seen, studied, measured a piece of another planet's sky. On some distant world, orbiting some distant star, nitrogen might have frozen into glaciers like it does on Pluto. And something, maybe an impact, maybe a gravitational disruption, broke off a piece and sent it traveling. For millions of years, it drifted, carrying its little pocket of atmosphere, its breath of another world, through the darkness. And then, by pure chance, by cosmic coincidence, it passed through our solar system, and we saw it, we measured it, we learned from it. The truth is so peaceful. There are no aliens racing through our solar system, at least not this time. No mysterious probes, no inexplicable technology. Just nature, doing what nature does, creating wonders through simple, patient processes. But here's an even deeper truth, one that makes me even sleepier, even more content. The fact that we can explain 3I Atlas, that we can understand it, means we're learning, we're growing, we're becoming better at reading the universe's stories. 100 years ago, we wouldn't have even seen it. 50 years ago, we couldn't have tracked it properly. 20 years ago, we wouldn't have understood the nitrogen ice possibility. But now we can see, we can track, we can understand. We're like children learning to read, and the universe is our book. Each interstellar visitor is a new page, a new chapter, teaching us something new. The peaceful truth is that 3I Atlas is both ordinary and extraordinary. It's ordinary because it's natural. It's made of familiar materials. It follows the laws of physics. It's exactly what we should expect to find traveling between stars. But It's extraordinary because it's here, because we saw it, because it connects us to other worlds, other systems, other possibilities. And the most peaceful truth of all, there will be more, many more. As you drift off to sleep, know that right now, other interstellar objects are approaching. Some we'll see, most we won't, but they're coming, always coming, bringing pieces of other worlds, other stories, other mysteries to solve. And we'll be ready, with our telescopes, our instruments, our curiosity. We'll watch them arrive. We'll study them as they pass. We'll wave goodbye as they leave. Each one will teach us something. Each one will connect us to the cosmos. Each one will remind us that we're not alone, not isolated, but part of a vast, interconnected, peaceful universe. The truth about Three-Eye Atlas isn't scary, it's soothing. It's the truth that the universe is exactly as it should be, full of wonders, but natural wonders, full of mysteries, but solvable mysteries, full of visitors, but peaceful visitors. Just travelers like us, moving through the darkness, breathing quietly, carrying stories, making connections, and moving on. Always moving on into the peaceful, endless night. And now, as we get so very, very sleepy, let's follow Three-Eye Atlas as it continues its eternal journey. It's leaving us now, getting fainter and fainter and fainter still. Even our most powerful telescopes can barely see it anymore. Just a whisper of light, a memory of light, fading, always fading. But it's still there, still moving, still traveling through the darkness at 110,000 miles per hour, racing away, always racing away. Where will it go? Where will this ancient traveler go? The calculations say it's heading toward the constellation Pegasus, the winged horse that gallops across our autumn skies. But Pegasus is just a pattern we see from Earth. The stars that make it up are all at different distances, different places. Three-Eye Atlas isn't really going to Pegasus. It's going through it, beyond it, into spaces we can't even name. In 10,000 years, Three-Eye Atlas will be completely outside our solar system, beyond the influence of our sun, beyond the realm of our planets, back in the true wilderness between stars, where it's so cold, so dark, so quiet, so beautifully quiet. The temperature out there, it's almost absolute zero, just a few degrees above the coldest anything can be. Three-Eye Atlas will freeze again, completely. Any tiny bit of gas that was sublimating will stop. It will go back to sleep, deep sleep, cosmic sleep. And it will sleep and sleep and sleep for millions of years. Drifting, always drifting. Sometimes I imagine what Three-Eye Atlas will see, if it could see, which of course it can't. But imagine, imagine. Stars slowly changing position. So slowly you'd need centuries to notice. Constellations morphing, dissolving, reforming into new patterns. The galaxy itself rotating, though so slowly, so very, very slowly. Perhaps in 100,000 years, Three-Eye Atlas will pass within a few light years of another star, not close enough to warm up, not close enough to change course, just close enough to feel the tiniest, tiniest pull of gravity. A gentle hello from another sun, before continuing on, and on, and on, and on. Maybe, and this is such a peaceful thought, maybe in 1,000,000 years, or 10,000,000, or 100,000,000, Three-Eye Atlas will encounter another planetary system. Maybe it will dive through, just like it did with ours. Another sun will warm it slightly. Another group of planets will watch it pass. Will there be observers there? Will there be minds to wonder, eyes to see, instruments to measure? Or will Three-Eye Atlas pass through unnoticed, unrecorded, just another quiet visitor in the night? It doesn't matter, does it? The journey continues either way, observed or unobserved, known or unknown. The journey always continues. This is what I find so deeply, deeply soothing about Three-Eye Atlas. It reminds us that most of the universe happens without us. Stars form and die, planets orbit, comets sail, all without anyone watching. And that's okay. That's perfect. That's exactly as it should be. We were lucky, so lucky, to catch this glimpse, this brief moment when Three-Eye Atlas passed through our little corner of space. A few years out of millions, a tiny fraction of its journey. Like seeing a bird fly past your window. You don't see where it came from. You don't see where it goes. You just see that one moment, that one beautiful moment when it crosses your view. And now Three-Eye Atlas returns to the darkness, to the vast spaces between stars where it will spend almost all of its existence. Alone, but not lonely. Silent, but not empty. Moving, but not rushing. Just being. The universe is full of objects like this. Millions, billions, maybe trillions. All sailing through the darkness, all on their own eternal journeys. Most will never pass close to a star. Most will never be seen. Most will travel forever in perfect, perfect solitude. But they're not really alone, are they? They're part of something bigger. They're the threads that connect star systems, the messengers that carry materials from one place to another, the wanderers that remind us the universe is one big, interconnected, peaceful whole. Every star you see tonight, every single one, has probably sent objects on journeys like this. And every star has probably received visitors too. A constant exchange, a cosmic conversation, carried out over millions of years in perfect silence. 3i Atlas is our messenger now. It carries information about our solar system. Tiny bits of dust from our neighborhood might have stuck to its surface. Our sun's gravity has changed its path slightly. We've become part of its story, just as it's become part of ours. In the deepest, quietest part of space, where 3i Atlas spends most of its time, nothing happens quickly. Everything is patient. Everything is gradual. Everything is peaceful. The object tumbles slowly, one rotation every few hours, over and over, over and over, like the universe's slowest, most patient clock. Tick, 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 but with hours between each tick. This rhythm, this cosmic heartbeat, will continue for eons. Nothing to disturb it, nothing to stop it. Just the eternal, gentle rotation. And as you drift off to sleep, maybe you can match your breathing to this cosmic rhythm. So slow, so steady, so perfectly peaceful. In and out, in and out, like 3i Atlas tumbling through space. The journey continues, always continues, even as we sleep, especially as we sleep. Somewhere out there, right now, 3i Atlas is sailing onward, getting farther from our sun with every passing second, but also getting closer to something else. Always leaving, always approaching, always traveling. The eternal journey, the peaceful journey, the journey that connects everything to everything else. Drifting, drifting, drifting into the peaceful, endless, silent night. And so, my dear friend, our story comes to its gentle end. Though really, there are no endings in space, only continuations, only ongoing journeys. 3i Atlas is still out there, still traveling, still carrying its ancient secrets through the darkness. By the time you wake tomorrow, it will be millions of miles farther away, and the night after that, millions more. But we'll remember, won't we? We'll remember this visitor, this messenger, this peaceful wanderer who reminded us that we're part of something so much bigger. From up here on my mountain, in my dome beneath the infinite stars, I'll keep watching. That's what I do, what I've always done. I watch, I wait, I wonder. And sometimes, on very special nights like this one, I get to share what I see with someone like you. Someone who understands that the universe's mysteries aren't meant to frighten us. They're meant to soothe us, to remind us that there's always more to discover, always more to wonder about. Thank you for joining me on this journey, for listening to an old observatory's stories, for letting me share the peaceful truth about 3i Atlas. If you're still awake, if you've traveled all this way with me through the cosmos, I'm curious. What did you dream about? What thoughts drifted through your mind as we explored this mystery together? You can leave a gentle comment below, but only if you want to, only if you're still here. But I suspect, I hope, that you're already drifting off, already sailing away on your own journey through dreams. That's good. That's perfect. That's exactly what should happen. Let the story of Three-Eye Atlas blend with your dreams. Let it become something new, something unique to you. Maybe you'll dream of sailing between the stars. Maybe you'll dream of ancient ice, of cosmic breath, of peaceful journeys that never end. Or maybe you'll just sleep, deep and peaceful, without dreams, and that's wonderful too. The stars will keep shining while you sleep. The planets will keep orbiting, and somewhere out there, Three-Eye Atlas will keep traveling, a faithful companion in the darkness, even if we can't see it anymore. I'll be here, watching through the night, your guardian observatory, keeping track of all the cosmic visitors, all the wanderers, all the mysteries, so you don't have to, so you can just rest. Close your eyes now, if they're not already closed. Feel how heavy they are, how ready for sleep. Your breathing is probably already slow, matching the rhythm of the cosmos, the rhythm of Three-Eye Atlas tumbling through space, so slow, so steady. Everything is peaceful, everything is safe, everything is exactly as it should be. The universe is vast, but it's not empty. It's full of wonders, full of connections, full of gentle mysteries waiting to be solved. And you're part of it all, made of star stuff, connected to everything, a temporary arrangement of atoms that came from space and will return to space. But for now, for this precious moment, you're here, you're aware, you're perfect. Sleep now, sleep deep and well. Let the cosmos cradle you. Let the stories of interstellar visitors be your lullaby. Good night, my dear friend. Sweet dreams. May you drift peacefully through your own beautiful darkness. Until the stars call us together again. Sleep, sleep, sleep.